So if you're like me, you've probably seen this brand AYM Studio popping up all over your Instagram feed. Not to be left out, I was so curious that I had to pull the trigger myself. And I didn't just get one dress, I bought 4. I thought, let's make a video about it in case you're considering buying from the brand, and ultimately giving you my honest thoughts on whether they are actually worth the money. Because let's be honest, these dresses are a pretty penny. That being said, I did pick up 3 of the dresses from their Black Friday sale. One of them is a new release, and of those dresses, 2 of them are ones that I've already tried on because they were actually sent to me first. And at this point, it's probably worth being very clear that everything that I bought in this video is from my own money, and AYM Studio has no idea that I'm even making this video. They have no idea who I am. Now, before we dive into the dresses, let's talk a little bit about the brand itself. AYM Studio is a British brand. They focus on creating high quality, sustainable and versatile clothing for women that encourage a more sustainable and ethically made wardrobe, because all of their pieces are designed and manufactured in the UK, which is a rare thing in itself. And this means they have total control of the production process. And they also use sustainable fabrics. They state their fabrics very clearly on each of their product pages. And this is something that I really appreciate, especially with all of the discussion around eco-friendly fashion these days. And they also do their utmost to ensure the welfare of the people involved in making the clothes. They are making above a minimum wage, as well as all the organizations that they are a part of. So it is great to see that level of transparency in an industry that is often known for being incredibly wasteful, unethical. And another thing that I found interesting and also appreciated quite a bit was their focus on being a women-led company. And their dresses and designs are all about versatility. Many of their pieces can be styled in multiple different ways, and it's no wonder that so many pieces have gone viral for the thoughtfulness of their design, for being not just fashion, but also function. So let's go through each of the dresses. The first one that I have here for you is this gorgeous orange number here, and this is the Haven dress. This particular one was retailing at £129, and the size that I have is a small. It was in the Black Friday sale. It was discounted a little bit more than 15%, which was just their site-wide discount. So it's unclear if they are discontinuing this line. I think the color is gorgeous for a tropical holiday, but also the fact that it's convertible. These 2 long straps here create so many different options of how to wear the dress, which I think is phenomenal. Now, I believe according to their website, this dress is made of 95% recycled polyester, so it's quite slinky. Obviously, my personal preference would be cotton or another natural fiber, but they did mention that it is recycled, so at least it reduces your environmental footprint. All right, so this is the Haven dress on, and I've just got it on the simple halter neck at the back. Just tied it once. It's tight enough actually that I don't need to double tie it. And I absolutely love how the draping straps at the back look. It's very nice and flowy. It's a dress that creates a lot of support for your bust. I'm not wearing a bra, and you know, it's not super revealing, but I would say when it comes to below the ruching, you can see like your hip dip as well. I think the ruching could have continued down to here. That would have been nice. It is about midi length, so up to my ankle. It's also double lined. You can see there are 1 and 2 layers. Anyways, let me try and wear this in a multitude of other different ways. Now we have this dress turned slightly. So this halter detail has now become a 1 shoulder. You can also do it with the right, so you can obviously twist the dress this way. I've only tied it obviously like the once over, but even so it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall off, so that's fantastic. And then I'm gonna twist it again one more time to show you the bandeau style that you can wear. So here is the dress worn bandeau style. I love this option because I've just basically brought the scarf along the neck, so you can then get the draping. I just think this is such a lovely way of wearing the dress. Very elegant. You can even have the straps just covering the arm with a bit of modesty as well. This just looks so incredible. Obviously you can create like a little bolero too, which is quite fun. And then you can tie it behind like so. So you've got a bit of a wrap dress now, which is incredible. Make it a bit tidier than I have, but yeah, that's an option too. And there are so many other ways you could play with this, like behind, that are too numerous to count. I'm gonna stop that here though, because we have 3 other dresses to try on. Now let's talk about our second dress, and we have this gorgeous magenta number, which is known as the Kelsey Dress. I picked this one up because I was looking for something that would be appropriate for travel in conservative countries, or rather just, I'm into dressing a bit more conservatively and modestly these days. And when I saw this dress released in the midi version, because they had a shorter version initially released first, I knew I had to add it. I think the magenta is super gorgeous. I think it's perfect for formal occasions because you've also got this fabric that kind of billows in the wind that you can fling over your shoulder. Anyways, I look forward to sharing with you the dress on the body because it's really, really stunning. And now we have the Kelsey dress on. I absolutely love this drape detail. It has pockets, such a godsend, so practical. And you can't even see where they are actually. Plus you've got the waist snatching detail. The neck piece as well, you can have worn in different ways. You can bring it to the front on the other side. You can probably keep looping it around and just have it be more of a turtleneck style. This is 2 layers. So you will be smoothed out and snatched. I'm not wearing a bra through all of these dress try-ons just to show you guys how supportive it is. Now moving on to our third dress, and this is perhaps the most viral and iconic dress of them all. This is the Venus dress, and I have it in this beautiful kind of electric blue. It's basically like a Greek goddess or Roman goddess dress. This particular dress was so popular that at the time of purchase, when I checked out, everything was from the actual inventory stock. Yet when I'd actually inquired when my order was, because it was like over a week, that I was told by customer service that their inventory stock couldn't even keep up. So this ended up being a pre-order. This dress usually goes for £149. I got it for, I think, £126 on discount. First glance, I'm really happy with the quality. I think everything that I love so much about the other dresses that I have tried on, like the waist cinching detail, the fact it's got pocket. I think this leg slit is also really, really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that coming to life and actually trying it on for you. So now we are on to the iconic Venus dress, and I think this is my favorite of all of them. So now, of course, you have the tie waist detail, which just going to fasten it up, and we're just getting that hourglass silhouette right now. It's so stunning, and I love the draping effect. I also love that you have this beautiful drape detail which you can open or close at your own discretion, so it gives you more or less coverage. And I'm not even wearing a bra, but this is holding the girls up. Sadly, this dress doesn't have pockets, but I guess it would also detract from what you are looking at, because I'm not sure where you would put them. This particular dress doesn't have a double lining, but it is thick enough to be opaque so that you don't see your underwear. This is definitely going to see a lot of wear. And last but not least, our fourth dress is a new release known as the Echo dress. This is part of their new Enchanted Eve collection, at least at the time of filming anyway. And this was released at the beginning of December. And this dress is one of their convertible dresses that got a lot of attention. And I wasn't meaning to actually get myself a new release dress, especially given, you know, they literally just had a sale not many weeks beforehand. But I actually had some credits saved up after returning another dress from a previous purchase, which was actually known as the Charlotte convertible dress, I believe. I thought it was beautiful, but it was far too similar to another dress I had. So I returned that. They had an incentive to give you 10% credits back. So I stacked up all the credits and then used it to buy this dress. So I ended up paying only like £1.80 or something, because I also had other discounts to redeem. Now it does have some daring cutouts, so I'm interested to see how it fits on my body. And I've actually also gotten this in a size M, because the size S was not available, but also the cutouts, especially around the bust area, is one that I felt like I needed perhaps a bit more insurance coverage. I always have stuff taken in you can't have it taken out, and I'd much rather the extra fabric. It's not like it costs extra or anything. And last but not least, we have this beautiful Echo dress, the newest release of them all. I am also, as a side note, in disbelief. These straps are just holding themselves up on my shoulders. Obviously, if you were to bend over, things might happen. You can tie the back detail for a bit more support, and even just one tie is enough to get you the security that you need. I haven't fully done the tie up, so let me just do that in a little bow so that it's a bit more secure. And obviously there are, again, many options that you can have with these back panels here. So you can do like a little cape number. So it's like this, which I think is so stunning. You could probably make it into a bolero. You can just honestly keep playing with it. You can tie it like that, which is cool. In fact, I might just quickly turn it around, and just like that, we have basically like a halter style dress, because I've reversed the whole thing. And also like tie it at the back. So again, you've got like a two-piece now. And also we have pockets that can go either way. I probably could have done a size S, as this M is a little bit big. Not significantly though, because it's a stretchy material. And also I appreciate that there's more bust material, which is great, but I probably could have sized down. All right, so now that we've tried on and played with all the different dresses, here are my final thoughts about the brand. I think overall the quality of each dress is very impressive. The fabric is super thick, durable, and it feels luxurious. And I really like the versatility of each piece, that you can wear each dress in multiple different ways. I think that's really unique. I've never seen a brand do this before. It makes you feel like you've bought several dresses in one. What I would say though is that having a largely polyester based fabric is not the most ideal. Even though it is recycled, it's still a synthetic fiber. So I'll be really keen to see some of these designs, or their future designs, coming out in natural fibers. I think for one, the Venus dress has come out in a bamboo fiber, so that's great to know. I also love the fact that the dresses are double lined and very thick, so you won't need to be flashing anybody, though the dresses do carry a bit of weight on them. So that's something that you should consider, especially if you're traveling. And then let's talk about ethics and sustainability. I really appreciate that AYM Studio is committed to sustainability, to ethical production. I think knowing that the brand operates with transparency makes the purchases feel even more worthwhile. And now for some advice for purchasing, in case you do want to buy from the brand yourself. So let's start off with sizing, because exchanges and returns can be costly, it can be admin. Plus, this particular brand doesn't hold a lot of inventory live. I think they largely work on a pre-order model. So my advice to you would be to measure yourself before ordering. They have comprehensive measurements and things on their website. They also have lots of models that are of different shapes and sizes, trying on the dresses and showcasing the size that they've went for. But of course, if you are unsure, I recommend sizing up, particularly if you have a larger bust. Plus, there's always those waist cinching details that a lot of the dresses have. Then in terms of styling, obviously there are so many options that you can create with your different pieces from AYM Studio, but it can be overwhelming, especially if you're trying to remember them on the fly like I do. So just make sure you save some of the videos on Instagram, and so you won't need to spend infinite amount of time figuring out how to wear the dresses, that you have all of the reference photos and videos to hand. Next up, let's talk about cost. I know that the dresses aren't going to be the most affordable thing. I would personally recommend to keep an eye on their social media for events like, you know, your Black Friday discounts, your outlet sales, your other welcome emails and things that will give you a little bit of a discount upon sign up. They have great credit systems as well, so don't forget to stack your discounts if you can throughout the year. Now, I personally think you should buy from the brand when there is a sale, or at the very minimum, buy using a welcome discount, because I think that they do have little events throughout the year, even though they say it's only Black Friday. They will obviously have items that go into the outlet throughout the year. So I would personally just do a bookmark and shortlist of the dresses that you do like, and just wait for an occasion by which they do some sort of promotion. And finally, let's talk about ordering times. Personally, if I needed a dress for an event, I would plan very much ahead. A lot of their pieces, like I mentioned, are on pre-order. That obviously helps them ensure that there's less waste because they only create what they need. But that also then means, as a customer, a lot of their pieces aren't available immediately. So it's always a good idea to order early to avoid any stress. I would order at least a month in advance, but also pay attention to their social media, as often they will announce when a restock is happening. And so with all that being said, ultimately, the question still remains, is AYM Studio worth the money? I personally feel like they are. These dresses are so unique, so distinctive, so thoughtfully made, and I would definitely see myself buying from them again in the future. But I'd love to know your opinion down in the comments below. Have you bought from AYM Studio before, and what do you think of their designs and their quality? But anyways, I will leave this video right here. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one.